Hi guys, it's Ali and welcome to today's video. So today we're going to carry on, we're going to start embellishing the signature in the autumn journal. I'll show you what we did last time in case you haven't seen. We did the cover, there's videos for all these, and then we made this flip up pocket, and then off camera I made this pocket here just using some scrapbook paper. There is a video on my channel making these. If I can remember, I'll link it in the description. So that's the journal base. So I've got my signature here. I did show you last time the pages in the signature. So we're just going to start working on these. Let's just pop that over there for a bit and let's have a look. These are just bits and pieces that I thought I might be able to put in my journal. I think what I'm going to do first is I've got this Edith Holden book page, and I wanted to I didn't want to fold it, I wanted to hinge it to something to make it into a page. And this was the back of a book that I bought about mushrooms, and I thought it was really nice to use. So I'm going to put some paper on the back of there first. So let's just find some paper. Let's just grab my papers and let's have a look what we can put on. Shall we have a pumpkin? Yeah, let's have one of them. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to get rid of the white around the edges. Yeah, I thought it was a nice page in the front of the book. I thought I took the book to bits to get the pages out. I thought, yeah, I'll use that in the journal. So I don't really like folding these pages over like that. I prefer to have the full page as it is like that. So that's what I'm going to do. That's the only reason I'm going to hinge it together. So I'm just getting rid of the white on here. Right, let's get rid of those. So I'm back from my visit to my mum's. I had a lovely time. I spent time with my mum, my dad, my sister, brother-in-law, my son, my daughter, my gorgeous grandchildren. It was absolutely lovely. I'm very tired. I'll need a week to recover now. But yeah, it was so worth it. I've really enjoyed it. But there's no place like home, is there? To be fair, your own bed. That's what I was missing, my own bed. I mean, the bed that I slept in was lovely and comfy, don't get me wrong, and I was missing my girls as well. It's a long time, a week, to be away from somebody that you spend every day with, isn't it? But yeah, it was a lovely trip. I'm so glad I did it. Seen them all now. It'll be next year now before we see each other again. Hopefully my parents will be down in the spring. Right, so you can see there, I've just put that on the back, just then it's not the white paper. Now I don't know whether to make a hinge for it or whether to just washi tape it and stitch it together. I think I'll make a hinge, so let's just find a piece of scrap paper. Right, that'll be big enough. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to, if you want to measure it, measure it. I'm not. I'm just going to cut a piece. And then I'm just going to fold it in half. Like that. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put that on there. And that on there. So then when it opens, it's one page. So let's just get some ink around the edge of here first. Yeah, so are you all okay, guys? What have you been up to? I have had videos posted. I did have enough to post the odd video. I've got a couple. First day back at my desk today. Yesterday I was just so tired. I just did nothing, to be honest. I just had a shower and just relaxed really yesterday. I was so tired after the journey. Just put a bit more glue on there. Yeah, so back to it today. I want to try and get this autumn journal sorted, and then we can start on some you know what projects, Christmas projects, hopefully. So what I'm going to do is, let's just move that signature for a minute. Which way do I want it? That way. So I'm going to put some glue on here. How far up does it go? Right, I'm just going to put some glue there. I might just run my sewing machine over this, just then I know it'll stay. So you just put that down there like that. Okay, and then I'm going to put that one on there like that, so that when it opens you've got both sides. Which side should we have? Yeah, I'm going to do it that way. So let's just put some glue down here. If I put ink around the end of there, you can see a little bit of white. Which way do I want it? I can't decide. Do I want it like that or do I want it like that? I can't make my mind up. And have that on. Yeah, I'm going to do it like that. I'm going to put my glue on the inside. So let's just put some glue down here. Oh. Okay, and then I'm going to, rather than stick it on the back, I'm going to stick it on here. Because I can always cover the back up of the hinge if I want to. Oops, glue everywhere. So that it can go in as a full page like that now. See what I mean? And then you can see all the Edith Haldane page. That doesn't bother me. That bit down there. I might put some washi on it, should I? I picked up these when I was at my mum's in the range. Some autumn washi tape. Which one should we have? Let's have... let's have that one with the leaves. Okay. You don't have to. If you're happy with it like that, you can leave it like that. Let's just find the end of this. My mum paid for me to get my nails done. It's great at the time, but they're not ideal for crafting with at all. I'm just going to stick that washi there like that. So now, as you can see, I've just made it into a page rather than two separate pages with that hinge. Now I'm thinking I'm just going to zip down the middle here with my sewing machine. Just then I know it won't come off. Okay, so that only took a minute. So that is now my another page to go in. So let's get the signature, see where we want to put it. Obviously it's bigger than these pages, but it still fits inside the journal cover. So I like pages different shapes and sizes. I don't really like it very uniformed, if I'm honest. I prefer it, you know, different different sizes and that, and sometimes I rip the edges of my paper, but we'll do that as we work on the signature. So let's just make sure that that's going to fit in there nicely. Yeah, you can see there it goes in there quite nicely. Right, so that's that bit done. Now what was the other bits I wanted to add? There was 2 postcards here. Let's just straighten that up. I'm going to put that in with the ephemera because they'll be used to go in a pocket or something at the end. And then I had these little poems that I thought would make nice journal cards. The Autumn Robin. I'm thinking whether to make a big journal card with that and then cut this Autumn Robin out. But what we'll do is we'll start work on the signature. So the first page, as you can see, it's a kit page. Now I never normally do very much on the first page because I normally leave it just with the kit paper. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to look for one of my little clusters. She says, before I went away I just threw everything on my desk, and I should have sorted it out really before I started. I'm just looking for my, oh, it might be in here. Here they are. Yeah, I normally just put a little cluster or something in the top corner up there when I've got a kit page. And I think we'll have that owl, so let's stick him down. Okay, so we'll just put that there. Just give it a second to grab. I mean, it is quite dimensional, that, but hopefully it'll be okay. And then I've got these book pages that I might use for little journaling cards as well. Right, so these 2 pages, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put side pockets, one on each side, and I'm just going to use this to do it with. So let's just get my trimmer. Let's do 2-inch strips. Let's just get some papers, decide on some papers. This is just me, this is just how I work. Everybody's different, aren't they? Everybody has their own way of doing things. There's no right and there's definitely no wrong. You just do what you want to do. So let's find some papers that will go with that one. Oh, I've got a printer paper there. So quite like, oh, should we have a plain one? Why, it's quite patterned, that one, isn't it? Let's just have a look. That one, let's go with that one, with the, that's not too much pattern on it. Okay, so let's just measure how long we want them. Oh, we only need to cut off a little bit. About there. Let's do this one the same. Okay, so I'm just going to put some paper on these pockets. Let's just cut around it. I've got no space to move. I've got my sewing machine to one side of me, then I've got a basket full of all my bits that I'm using. My arms are sort of, and then I've got the camera to contend with, the tripod. I could do with a desk twice as big. I do like a lot of pockets in a journal because I like to stuff things in them. But I am going to try and leave some journaling space as well. Right, let's put some glue on here then. Can you see, guys? Yeah. It feels very strange being back at my desk after a week off. Yeah, it does. Which way are we? That way. Right, let's put you on there. Like that. And then I'm just going to glue this one next to it. Like that. Right, let's cut around it then. Is anybody making one with me, or are you working on an autumn project? It's my favourite crafting. Autumn and Christmas, love it. There's so many bits I want to make, Christmas projects, and I thought I wanted to start it pretty handy so I can get through them. I have started one off camera, but there's another few projects I'll be doing on camera. But I wanted to make a start with Christmas because obviously you want to get them made and ready to sell if you're going to sell them, don't you, before. Right, so that one there and that one there. Right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to just stitch around it. So I've stitched around it. You don't have to stitch around it. If you've not got a sewing machine, they're absolutely fine without stitching. I don't stitch all my ephemera, but I stitch some of it. Right, which way do we want that? Just going to put a thumb notch in there. And then let's do the same with this one. Which way do we want it? That way. Let's put one here. Oh, I've pulled the cotton. That's fine. Yeah, so I'm going to stick these down now on 3 sides. Let's just trim a little bit of thread off. Yeah, I do stitch most of my ephemera, to be honest, but I don't stitch it all. I don't stitch all my tags, unless they're the tags that I've made, not kit tags, you know, tags that I've made. I do stitch around them. So I'm just going to put that pocket there. And then this one. I know I've had quite a few people asking me, how do you think of what to put on your pages and how to embellish and that. I think I've showed you before what I did, but I'll show you again because I've had lots of new subscribers to my channel. And what I did was I spent quite a while putting this together, and it's just all ideas for what to do to embellish your journal, just different things to make. I printed it, or typed it all out, printed it off my laptop, and then I laminated it all. And I've got about, how many pages? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14 pages. And it's just simple things like small belt and buckle for closure, mini scrappy notebooks, lace and fabric pockets, attach lace to a piece of ephemera, add an image or a die cut, emboss a tag, grungy back paint, sponge paint onto pages, book page envelope, just all my different ideas. So if I'm ever sat here and thinking what can I do on this page, I just grab this and yeah, and have a look through it, and can always find something to do to embellish it. I want to put something on these pockets, so let's have a look in my fussy cuts what we can put on here. I think we'll have some owls on these. We'll have that one there and that one there. I'm not going to put too much on, let's just put them in front of me, and let's find my little autumn words. Right, let's just, that one doesn't need any ink around. Let's just put some ink around this one. Yeah, it took me a while to do that, but it's really handy, you know, if you've got some spare time, just jot it into. What I did was, I had a notepad, and every time I had an idea, I just written it on my notepad, and then when I'd got enough to a page, I typed it and printed it, and then I just come together with all them pages, so I'm not, you know, and if I'm watching somebody's video and I see an idea, I'll type it up and I'll put where I've seen it so that I can link it in the description. You know, if I've watched somebody's video and I like what they've made, I always take a note of the name and the channel, and then I can put it in the description, you know, to say thank you, or this is where I got the idea from. Yeah, so it's a good idea if you know, if you struggle trying to think what to put on your pages. I mean, I tend to over embellish, I think, but that's how I like them. You know, it depends what you like in a journal, doesn't it? I mean, a lot of people want to journal to journaling, which is why most of the time I do 2 signatures and then I'll do a naked journal, you know, then there is. But it just depends what you want, doesn't it? Just depends how you enjoy making your journal, what you want to do, you know, how many signatures you put in. Yeah, but that's just a little tip for you if you struggle, you know. Just get a little notepad, and when you think of something, write it down, and if you see something, write it down where you've seen it, and then you've got all them pages then to choose from if you're struggling a little bit. These are tiny, these words. These nails are just no good for crafting with. I never thought of that when I was getting them done, to be honest. Never mind, they won't last forever. They'll be covered in glue and ink by the end of today. Right, so that's all I'm going to put on there, just them 2 little owls and that little word on each pocket. So we've got the cluster, and then the back page, as you can see, is really nice, so I don't think I'm going to do anything there. Got the nice mushroom, so I'm going to leave it like that. So that's my first page. Right, let's put that behind me, and let's get the next page. Now, like I said, I do want to try and leave some journaling space, so I think what I'm going to do here is just do a little pocket at the top there, just a little corner pocket. So what do I want to use? I think I want to do like a scrappy pocket. Let's have a look what bits of papers I've got left in here before I rip into. Isn't that beautiful? That's going to be for one of my envelopes. We're going to decoupage that onto an envelope. Just looking if I've got a big enough piece of paper to... What's that one? I mean, I've got tons of paper. No, I don't like that one. You know what I might do? I might just rip that where the leaves are. Rip down there. You know, this isn't for everybody. If you like neat and tidy, then this won't be for you. But I'm just going to tidy that up a little bit. Get rid of some of that white. And I'm just going to make a pocket like that, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to ink around it. Get rid of all that white. In fact, I might have that bit straight, the end bit. And just have it as a little tuck. Yeah, we'll do that. I would normally stick it on some card and put it on, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to stick it like that. So all I'm going to do is glue around these 3 sides. I'm not going to stitch this one. Like I said, I don't stitch everything. So we'll put that up there like that. And then we've got a little tuck at the top. We can put something in there. And then I would just going to stamp a little image down the bottom here, I think. Should I? Yeah, let's get a stamp. Let's have one of these animals. Okay. I'll have the squirrel. Let's have that little squirrel. Okay, so I just want a little stamping block. Where might you be? Oh guys, I'm in a mess with this desk. Honestly, I'll have to sort it out this afternoon. I really will. I've got stuff falling on the floor in front of my feet, and oh dear me. I've dropped my fabric flip on the floor. That's going to be a piece of fabric to make a little flip as we get further on. Right, okay, so let's put that squirrel on there. Let's find some nice ink to stamp with. What should we have? I was looking for a nice brown one. Coffee, let's have this one. There we go, just that little squirrel there. And then on these 2 pages, I think I'm going to put a pocket on this corner. I'm going to stamp another image on this side. What should we have? Let's put that one back. Let's have that big deer. Oh no, because I'd have to get another stamping block out. Let's have the rabbit. Try and leave this page for journaling on this side. Put that little rabbit there, like that. I always do a bit of stamping, you know, just then it's not, but everybody's different, you know, you can embellish your journal however you want to embellish it. It's just, this is just ideas of, and I don't do 2 journals the same. I never do 2 journals the same, apart from them 2 little autumn ones that I made, but there was some differences with ephemera and different bits. I don't tend to make them exactly the same. Right, I found a piece of, I'm wondering whether to leave that page for journaling and do this page as like a belly band. Let's just cut that off there. I think that's what we'll do, but I don't want it straight. Now where's my little crimpy thing? Oh. Right, I'm just going to use my distress tool and just distress it. Okay, so there's that bit. Right, let's just put some ink around here. Oh, it's gone very warm all of a sudden. Okay, so I'm going to stick that down. So I'm just going to put some glue at the top and the bottom. You can stitch it on if you want to. Which way around are we? That way. I'm going to leave that like that. So I've got a nice big belly band there that we can put something inside. Let's just trim that bit off at the back. Get rid of that. Right, now what I'm thinking is whether to put like a flip up on here and a piece of paper to journal on. I think that's what I'm going to do. So I want some scrap paper. What's this? Yeah, you can journal on that, can't you? Yeah, let's fold that over and let's just rip that. Just then there's a little bit of journaling space underneath. Okay, let's just put some glue on there. You know, you could do a big one from top to bottom if you wanted to. I'm just going to do like a little flip up in a minute. And then we'll have that underneath to journal on. Right, we want some paper to make a flip. What do I want? Paper or card? I think paper would be better, won't it? Let's just have a look. We've got... I'll have to keep my eye on the time. What about this one with the leaves? Yeah, I get carried away when I'm doing this bit of a journal. I love this part, all the embellishing and everything. So, let's rip that. Let's just get my ruler. Let's rip that like that. It's not wide enough. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some ink down the edge of there. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to just fold over that bit. In fact, I want paper on the back because I don't want you to be able to see. I don't want that bit at the back. Let's find another piece of paper. Decisions. Do you know what? I think I'm going to have something like that. This is William Morris download. I can't remember where it's from off the top of my head, to be honest. I don't know whether it's Andrea's at Artie Mays, or I've got quite a lot of different William Morris kits, so I wouldn't like to say. I'd have to go on and have a look. And I've got so many kits. I really need to sort of get round to sorting them all out on my computer. I don't know how to do it, if I'm honest. You know, how to put them in different files and that. Different creators. I've not got a clue. I'll have to wait for my son to come and show me what to do. Right, so I'm going to stick that on the back of there just so that when I flip it up it's not just that white. Put that on there like that. You know, if the white doesn't bother you, then you don't have to do that. It's not on straight. Can you see there, guys? Oh, it's nice to be back at my desk. I had a lovely trip, but it is nice to get back to your routine, isn't it? What you get used to. Yeah, like that. Now, which side should we have at the front? We'll have that side at the front. Let's just put some ink down here where I've cut it. Let's just... Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold that little bit over. Like that, and then we can just flip it up and we've got that little bit of journaling space underneath. Just going to straighten that off. I'm just thinking I might stitch that on. Or should I just glue it on? No, I'll just glue it on. I'll just put some glue on. I can always stitch it before I stitch it into my journal. Okay, so I'm just going to stick that there like that. I'm just going to let it dry for a minute. So now we've got the belly band at the side, and then we've just got that little flip up there with a little bit of journaling space, and I don't need to put anything there, I don't think. I don't know whether to just... I think I'm just going to zip over it with my sewing machine just to make sure that it stays there and it doesn't move. Okay, so I've just stitched across it there. I'll leave a little bit of the thread hanging. So now we've got the little flip as well. I don't like the edges of this, it doesn't look dark enough. Let's see if I've got a darker ink. Which one should I go with? Let's try this one. Walnut stain. That's better. Right, so I want to embellish the front of this little flip up with something. What do we want? So we've got that, then we've got the belly band there. Do you know what I should have sipped along that. I might sew along that bottom bit when I've finished. Right, so I'm not going to put anything else in there. I'm just going to leave that. I'm just going to put something on the front here. What should we have? I think I'll do a little bit of collage. Let's just get my collage box out. Oh, I've got stuff everywhere, guys. Honestly, it's driving me mad. Right, let's have some. Got some Edith Holden book page there. Bit of dictionary page and one of these. Let's just yeah, is this your favourite part, all the embellishing? This is my favourite part of making a journal, is doing all the embellishing. Just rip it a little bit more. Right, I'm going to put that on there. Let's just ink around the edge. And then I'm going to use this little bit of Edith Holden book page. Okay, let's stick these two down then first. Okay, I'm just going to pop that there, and then this little piece on the top. Like that. And then a little piece of this. Poking out. Right, and then I want something to go on the front of there. I was going to put some cheesecloth underneath, but I'm just adding bulk really, aren't I? I might put a little bit of lace. Yeah, let's have that little piece of lace. Right, where's my 3-in-1? Stick that down. Wait 10 minutes while this comes down the nozzle. Let's just see where I want to put my glue. Okay, stick that little bit of lace down, and you can still see everything else. Just get rid of that little bit sticking out at the top, and then I want something to go on top of it. Where's the fussy cuts gone? I just keep moving things from one place to another. Here are the little words. What should we have on this one? Big mushroom. One of my, could add one of my, yeah, let's add that leaf, that sparkly leaf that I made. That looks nice, I think, doesn't it? What do you think? I wish I could hear you half the time. I really do. So you can imagine how long it takes me when I'm doing a really big, thick journal. It takes me a long time to embellish. Right, I think that's okay. Let's just might have a little word at the top of there. Let's have a look what we've got, or a little quote. What does that say? Life starts all over again when it gets crisp in the fall. Let's put that there. lid on that 3-in-1, then it doesn't all dry up. So that's that page then. We've got the belly band and the little flip up with some journaling space there. Just a bit of stamping on there, and then on the back I think I'm going to put a pocket, corner pocket here. What do I want to use? I want a piece of card. Where's the card gone? Got some scrap card in here. Let's have that. Got these as well. I forgot about them. Nice sequins that I used. I could stick some of them on. This is the, you know, when I die cutting my leaves, I always keep this bit. What's it called? It's the negative bit. This bit anyway, as a stencil. Always use the, you know, when I've cut them out, I always keep them for stenciling with. Right, we want a corner pocket. Don't want it to, I'll put that there like that. Right, let's find some paper. What should we have? No, that's not big enough. I'm trying to use my scraps if I'm honest, but never mind. Let's just get another sheet of paper out. Put that stamp set there. Do you know what? I might use that one again. I like that one. Okay, let's just put some glue on this pocket. I'll probably stitch around this one. Right, let's put some of this paper on there. Put around it. Yeah, I forgot I'd bought these little autumn sequins. I bought them in the range. So there's that little pocket. I am going to just stitch around it, guys. I won't be a second. So I've stitched over it. Let's just put some ink around it. Okay, I'm going to leave them threads. Just trim it off a little bit. I'm going to leave them. So I'm going to put my glue on my pocket. Stick it down there. Just give it a second to grab. How long have I been on now? 45 minutes. I think when I've embellished this pocket we'll call it a day, and we'll come back tomorrow and do some more. Yeah, let's just embellish this. I'm just going to open that because that leaf is not dry yet on the other side. Right, I want to put something on here now. What do we want? Thinking I might put a bit of lace on that pocket. It's a bit too thick, that. I wonder if I can cut it in half. These are not my fabric scissors, but they're working okay, to be fair. Save that other little piece. Yeah, let's have a little piece of lace on this pocket. Where's my 3-in-1? I think that piece is a bit neater. Like that. Okay, and then we want to put something on here. What should we have this time? Can't decide what I want to put on there. Let's have a look in here. I don't want another leaf. Maybe a mushroom on this one. It's a bit too big. Is that one any better? too big. What do I want? That's too small. They're either too big or too small. What about a bird? Oh, what about that big butterfly? That was in one of the kits. Let's have that, I think. I think I'm going to put some paper underneath it. With that being quite patterns, that paper. Let's just find some. Oh yeah, we've got some here just holding here. Let's use that. Yep, let's just put some ink on. Time flies when you're having fun, doesn't it? Can't believe I've been on nearly an hour. Okay, put a bit of glue on there. I hope the butterfly's not too big to cover the Edith Holder. Oh no, you can still see it. Right, let's stick you down then. Stick that there like that. Just wait for it to grab. Yeah. I think we might put some stenciling on this page. Just grab my leaf stencil. I've got it. I just want to put a bit of stenciling in the background on there. Let me just get my brush. I only do it quite subtle. Yeah, just in the background, and you can still journal on it. I think the camera will pick that up, won't it? Can you see the stenciling there? Put a little bit down here as well. Okay, well, I don't seem to have done very much, do I, in nearly an hour, but it all takes time, doesn't it? There's no point rushing it if you want to make a nice job of it. I haven't stitched any of my pages. I think I might do that this afternoon. I think because I normally stitch all my journal pages, I think that's what I'll spend this afternoon doing. So where's that signature gone? So yeah, we've put the Edith Holden page in and we've done them 2 pages. So that's a good start. Yeah. And then that side. I tend to take my pages out to work on. So we'll come back tomorrow and we'll start doing some more pages. I mean, I could work on it off camera, but people have asked me to see the process. So yeah, it does take me a lot longer, obviously, to video and edit and everything. But I don't mind, you know, if people are going to watch it, then that's absolutely fine. If I can help somebody, then I don't mind. I'm not in a rush to get it finished, to be honest. So yeah, so that's it then for today then, guys. So I'm going to tidy this desk up because it's a mess, and I shall be back tomorrow. So as always, guys, thank you so much for stopping by. Take care, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Bye for now.